Oh my God.
I'm done. That's it.
Hey there, Dr. Kellyann here, and I am about ready to do another episode of Digging In, where I investigate something that I have been wanting to investigate for the longest time. It's something that I did many years ago and never did again. Today, I'm digging in to colonics. You know, we hear about colonics all over the place. I've been reading about it for years. Celebrities are always talking about it. I want to find out, like, what is the hype? What's the real deal with colonics? Do they really do everything they say they do? But first, let's talk about what colonics are. A colonic is when they take about 2/3 of a long, narrow tube, and don't think about it like a garden hose. Think about it about the size, like a little bigger than a pencil, and they put 2/3 of that hose into your anus. And when they do that, the whole idea is to flush through warm water, to flush through your colon. Sometimes they add things to the water to make this a little bit more cleansing, like for chlorophyll, for instance. They put this through the tube, this water runs through your system, thereby taking out the trash. When you're getting a colonic, you're taking away the bad with the good. So the bad bacteria disappears, but so does the good bacteria. So you have to work very fastidiously at replacing it. So part of your partnership in getting a colonic is to do your part, which is to take those probiotics afterward and make sure that you keep getting fiber and replenishing your system. A colonic can help you get healthier. And one of the main points of losing weight, or the main foundations of losing weight, has a lot to do with the health of your gut. And if your gut and your intestines are becoming healthier, then it's going to be easier for you to lose weight for sure. So I would say it's a really good partner in losing weight. So guys, I am off on the trail, hitting the trail to go get a colonic. Wish me luck. Well, hello.
Hello, my darling.
Are we doing this?
Are you ready?
Do I have a choice now? I'm in the door.
You're in the door.
I have a feeling once you're in the door, that's it.
That's it. We're doing this.
All right, Sparkles, let's do it. You know, before we start, I got to ask one question. What's actually going inside my body and how much of it's going in there?
All right. So this is the speculum. This is the size medium. And so you can see from here to here. And we're only going to go into about 2 inches. This is the clear water tube where the clean water is going to go in. And then there's a backflow valve here so that the stool and the clean water doesn't mix. And then when I put this in, I'm going to take out the obturator, and then I'm going to attach the waste tube, and all the waste is going to go through this into the machine. You're going to be able to see it if you want to look and see. It's important to clean the colon out because this is the heart of everything, and it's connected via the vagus nerve to your brain. So whatever is going on in your gut is going to affect your brain. So that's why you talk about the brain heart.
Your gut-brain axis. And that communication, that highway, that pathway that goes from your gut to your brain, and how important it is. So one of the things that I've been in search of really my entire career is how do we affect ourselves on a cellular level by getting ourselves so squeaky clean that we're working with raw material, that when those messages are sent up to our brain, they're vital and clean. And they really work for us instead of against us. I'm feeling a little nervous about it. It's happening whether I'm nervous or not. I'm in too deep now. I can tell you I had one many, many years ago. Don't remember much about it, but I stopped for whatever reason. And that's not like me. If I'm finding something that I love, I usually stick with it. It was so many years ago, so let's see what's happening now. You get to be on that side. I'm on this side. Shut the door.
We're done. We're done. That's it. You're going to start to feel like you have to go to the bathroom sensation. Do you feel that?
Oh my God.
And then I release it. That's it. So already right now we already have some change of color. This is good.
By the way, Tracey, just so you know, I'm going to give her a little creds here for a minute. She works on every top celebrity in New York and LA. All the big guns, they go to her.
So if you notice, I added a little bit of chlorophyll to your water, and that's going to help neutralize gas, expel the gas, neutralize acid.
OMG. My God. Are you grossed out doing this?
Oh my gosh, no. I look at this as sickness leaving your body. So there's no way that sickness leaving your body is going to gross me out. I'm super excited about this. I'm like, yes. Now, if you're super clean and nothing's coming out, people are like, oh, I'm clean. I'm like, no, honey, that means I got a lot more work to do.
Can this thing make me skinnier?
Yes, it can. What happens is we have the same fat cells that we were born with. What happens is those fat cells swell up, and they swell up with toxins. And then you have all these toxins in your fat cells. As you get rid of the toxins, then your fat cells will shrink. So it's not about dieting or losing weight to get healthy. It's about getting healthy to lose weight. All right, there you go. Great job.
Well, I worked hard. Phew.
All right, sweetheart, how do you feel now that you're standing up?
Oh, I feel great, actually.
Feel lighter?
I do feel a little lighter. I feel like I've lost something here. I feel less like bloated.
Heavy?
Not that, and it's funny because I don't really feel typically bloated, but I do feel like I'm lighter, and I feel like there's less here. Like I feel like you can zip your pants up better. Well, thank you so much. This has been such a treat. I love seeing you. You know that.
Yes, this was lovely. Thank you so much, and don't wait another 17 years.
I will not wait another 17 years because now I got you.
Okay, gotcha.
And now I'm back. So let me just tell you a little bit about how I feel. I felt very comfortable actually, and I didn't feel any pain. It felt a little unusual at first. When she first put the tube in, it's kind of jolting. That was number one. And also when they first start running the water, it's a weird sensation. It doesn't hurt. It's just a weird sensation, which your body quickly adapts to. But the experience for me was really a good experience. And I didn't feel any nausea. I didn't feel any pain. It didn't feel awkward in any way. And she did a lot of massaging, a lot of lymphatic massaging along the way to loosen the bowels. And I also remember that way back, I didn't have any of that. So I think that probably made a big difference. One of the things that you want to safeguard after a colonic is we talk about the 3 congestive foods to any colon. And those are making sure that you don't have a lot of dairy. We've talked about dairy in the past, or I certainly have, and that is dairy should be a once in a while thing. You should think about dairy as a food accessory that you only have once in a while. Number 2, grains. Grains can be problematic. So if you're someone who eats a lot of breads, pastas, just you need to be mindful of that and cut back. And 3rd, meat. So I'm a fan of protein. Here's the thing, you probably need a lot less protein than you realize. You only need a little bit to get what you need, and make sure you supplement meat with fiber. That's essential. That's essential. Any diet that talks about just having a hunk of meat is not your diet. So you always want to balance meat with plant-based, and that's how you get around it being very congestive to your colon. I know a lot of people, a lot of practitioners or doctors will say, oh, I don't like colonics. They're not healthy. They're not good for you. There's risk factors are too high, and it takes too much of the good stuff away. That's the pushback that people typically give with colonics. But I have to tell you, I believe if you get it done at a place like I just did, with a practitioner like I just did, I think the risk is probably pretty low because they're there with you the entire time. They never leave the room. They've got their hands right where it needs to be. And I think it could be really beneficial, especially for people that are suffering with constipation. So all in all, I'm sure I'm less toxic than I was before. And I definitely feel lighter on my feet. So do I dig it or ditch it? I definitely dig it. Here's what I would say. Remember to always think about those sticky foods or the clogging foods. That's always first. Measure how much of those that you have. We talked about the meats. We talked about a lot of sticky grains. We talked about cheeses. at getting enough fiber. If you're doing all of that and you want to try something a little extra, then I think a colonic could be something really interesting. And if you've got the time to do it, you've got a little extra cash, they run about $50 to $80 a session typically. I'd say give it a try because I definitely dig it. Okay, guys, and that's it for me. Another episode of Digging In with Dr. Kellyann, and I can't wait to catch you next time where I dig in to something that you want to know about.